What is up, gamers? Welcome to another episode of All the Space Between, the world's most high energy podcast.
Oh my
yeah!
God. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, that's a lot to live up to, but I'll try my best. I'll try and bring the energy.
Billy, I am so tired.
Oh, thank God, because I'm fucking exhausted.
I am so fucking tired today. Okay. I don't want to do this.
I'm tired on a spiritual, emotional, and molecular level.
I don't want to do this, okay? Okay. I've slept for 3 hours, okay?
Yep.
I've hardly eaten.
Mm-hmm.
I've cried today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to do this.
Okay.
I don't have to do a podcast.
Yeah.
My internet keeps cutting in and out.
It does.
Every time I call Cox, this is gonna sound so strange, but like, they tell me to suck my own dick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
I don't think so. But they know that I won't do anything about it.
They know that you can't do anything.
Technically,
they're the only internet service provider in your area.
I'm in a
so
contract
they can tell you to
with
do
them.
whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were just like, well, we made it a monopoly, so we can only be your internet service provider. Mm-hmm. And we promise from the bottom of our hearts to treat you like dog shit. And I go, oh, okay. Well, I don't know why I'm putting pen to paper, but here I go.
But okay, here I am signing in my own blood.
Another year, huh? Okay. What is it, 120 a month? That's fucking high. All right. There you go.
Okay. All right. Cox is what Americans like fear when they talk about socialism, you know?
Yeah, it is. They're just like, I don't want just one option. I want the land of the free. We want plenty of options. But then something like this happens, then we're like, no, you only live in this area. But like, but I want this. It's like, no, you have to live 4 houses down to get that.
Yeah. No, this is
You're
your
not
only
in the right
option,
area.
and they treat you like shit because profits are only incentive, and you're just a little pay pig to them.
Right.
But it's great because capitalism works great.
That's fine. What about the smaller company? They can't compete. No, we've bought out this whole area. This whole area is ours. We are in this area, but we'll be your service provider. You don't get an option. You don't get a second option. I mean, actually, you get one. It's satellite internet. The up speeds are 0.5, and it's for some reason the same price. You can do that if you want. If
you want to send an email once a week.
My favorite quote from Cox is when I called and I say, yeah, I pay for like 30 up, and it's been like consistently like peaking at 5 for about 3 months now. And I keep thinking it's going to resolve itself, and it's not. And the guy goes, you pay for up to 30. And I go, well, it's 5. So... So Jesus Christ, dude, are you going to help me or what? Like, what the fuck is that? What was that? What was that, a dig at me? I know it says up to 5. I thought it meant like, 20 to 30 or some shit most of the time. Not like a super small percentage of what I pay $120 for a month. Or when I called that one time and they were like, I was like, hi, I've been on hold for like an hour and a half. The service, I've been listening to really loud jazz music the whole time that I can't mute. You don't even give an option for me to not hear it. But then I have to listen to it because how will I know you picked up if I don't? Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there losing my mind. They do that to break you down. They really do. So that,
it's mental warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that when they finally answer, I'm too non-confrontational to be like, listen, buddy. So I'm just like, hi, can I have the internet I paid for, please? And they're like, no. You can't do it. Because you're a little F slur, aren't you? You're a little fucking, aren't you? You wore makeup, didn't you? You in high school. And, but my favorite thing is that I was like, hi, my internet speeds have been like consistently bad. I pay for this package and I'm getting about 1/100th of that speed literally for weeks now. And my job and livelihood depend on me being able to like do internet stuff. So may I please have the internet I pay for? And he kept telling me, if you're not satisfied with your speeds, you can pay for a higher plan. I go, no. I'm actually quite satisfied with the speeds if I got them. But I'm not getting them. So I pay this amount for this speed. I'm not getting that speed. And he goes, well, if it's too slow, you can pay for a gigablast service, and that'll assure you these speeds. I go, right. I can't believe I'm explaining this. You're not giving me what I'm currently paying for.
They want you to type like, okay, well, currently you're paying for 30, sorry, up to 30.
Up to 30.
You can
So
pay
watch your fucking
100
mouth.
times more to get up to 1 million.
Up to 1 million. But
and then you can phone them up and say, hi, my internets are 5 and I paid for 1 million.
It's
and
up
they
to
say,
$1
no,
million.
you paid for up to 1 million.
You piece of shit.
And 5 is in between 0 and 1 million.
That's technically true.
So there you go.
So have fun fighting that in court. I go, may I have a bit of a discount because you didn't give me what I paid for an entire 3 months? And they're like, it says right here in the fine print that you're an F slur. And I was, oh my God, it does say that. I signed this? What the fuck? It says it really big. It's like practically the whole document.
Not even in fine print.
It's not, there's nothing fine
Extra
about
large
it.
print.
The only thing fine is that I said fine and I signed it because it's the only internet in my fucking area. Do you think it's very 30-year-old of me to just like have a vendetta against my internet service provider?
It is. It definitely is.
Okay.
Yep. You're really getting into your stride.
It's bad. I can't imagine that it's just like that's like someone who's just like, here, we'll rent you a house. And then they just dangle the keys above you. You go and reach for it. Like, well, can I get in? Can I get into this? And you've been like paying rent for 4 months at that point, sleeping on the lawn. May I get into this home? And they're just like, not quite. But I mean, you're on the property, right? You get to kind of use the house. I know, but I'd like to sleep in a bed tonight. And they're just like, I sleep on the lawn again. Sorry.
Sorry, you paid for up to a house.
You paid for up to a fucking house. So you sleep in the doghouse in the back. You piece of shit. And okay.
Oh, God.
That's fine, I guess. Welcome to All the Space in Between. My name's Mitch.
My name is Billy.
Billy?
Welcome to
Blossom. Say it correctly or don't say it at all.
My name's Billy Blossom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's a little bit mask. It's a little bit femme. We love to
Oh my
see
God, it describes her well.
It's a great and perfect name.
Yeah. You're a little cute, but you're also a little stocky. You're built like a tank sometimes. Sometimes you stand there and I think, if I tried to tackle her, I couldn't do it.
No, I've got a strong stance, especially when I'm holding a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're bottom heavy.
Yeah, I go into like tripod mode.
Yeah.
It's really...
You got these powerful legs and a little grape head.
Yeah.
And the world's shortest arms. We talked about this in the last episode.
And then just a huge giant dick that's the third leg on
That's
the
the third leg of the tripod, yeah. God, you're hot.
Thanks.
Weren't we supposed to do
some questions?
Yeah, weren't we supposed to do 4 questions this episode?
We said that we were going to do 4. That was ambitious, maybe foolish. Some may say foolish.
Here's the thing, though. I'm tired. You got to keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
I'm really sleepy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not feeling it. I slept but a few hours. I'm stressed. I'm pressed. And I'm depressed.
Oh.
And I'm impressed.
Good to know. Oh.
With how sad I am. Yeah. And I'm a bit caressed.
And I'm on a quest.
I'm on a quest to be caressed by the depressed.
That's me.
Read the first question. Thank you and I tip my hat to you. Read the first question.
What was the first one? I got it. Okay, this one. We got a little intro email here. Intro email from someone with a real handsome name. Oh my God. And it's called Podcast Pickle. And it's from, I'm gonna break our usual anonymous rule.
Well, don't out them. That seems weird.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just say their name.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's from Mish Wellington. And it says, hello, I have a pickle. I run a podcast called All the Space in Between, and there is this Billy that keeps joining the podcast voice chat to talk over me. What do I do? Thanks. P.S. I'm the real Mish Wellington. Check my email.
Hey. This is defamation of character. And I won't stand for it.
This is fraud, I think.
Can we get the picture of Mish Welling on the YouTube video right now? Once I go 1, 2, 3, let's bring it back.
Mish. There we go.
This little fucker wrote this email? Huh? Me of the past wrote this email? Oh, you didn't read the fucking full email. It says right here at the bottom. I just pulled it up because you're a liar. It says, P.S. This is a joke. I love you both.
Oh. Well, I didn't read down that far. I got bored.
I got bored of all the blank space in between this and that. There's like, they hit they hit fucking enter like 100 times and then they left this at the bottom. It's cool that they left this at the bottom because I was like concerned that it was actually that little fucker there. I'm going to take him away right now.
Thank God they explained that it was a joke because I was like, oh my God, he sounds kind of cute.
Stop it. Yeah, really. Oh, I sound cute. At what age was I in that photo?
I'm saying,
you said I sounded hot?
No, I said you sounded cute. No, I said you sounded cute.
Okay.
Adorable.
All right. I had a girlfriend then, buddy. It was Kate. Remember from the last episode? My first kiss. Don't ever disrespect Kate like that.
I've been demoted to buddy.
Yeah. Listen, pal.
Oh my God.
I was taken.
Oh
then,
no.
And I'm loyal.
Pal.
Okay.
Fuck. All right. Okay. Read the next question.
Will do, champ. Will fucking do. I gotta pull it up now, but unfortunately, in my blind rage, I must have deleted the fucking Chrome app. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not here anymore.
Please.
How do you
have to stop doing this.
How do you spell it?
Spell what?
The name of the
Gmail?
No, well, Chrome.
Oh, one step. Well, it's like the metal.
Okay, you're being a prick about this. I see. K. Okay, I know K, but it's not fucking coming up. So just tell me the rest, and then I can. Trom.
CHROME. Chrome.
Trom.
Go.
I have to. Trom is what I'm looking for.
My
Okay.
God.
Now, how do you spell Gmail?
Well, there's a little trick to spelling Gmail because it actually starts with the letter that it sounds like it starts with,
All
and
right.
that's the trick. That's the trick that you got to remember. It begins with a J.
J. I got it. This next question, we're doing two ridiculous questions at first, by the way.
We do have some real
two
questions
short ones, then we get
afterwards.
some real ones, then people are going to thank God some fucking content. They've just been complaining about internet, and I think they're riffing. I think they think they're riffing. This one
Just read the question.
is called The Liar's Mic Crisis, and it goes, Hi, Billy and Mitch. I need your help. A guy in my Zoom class had a mic in his room, and I really liked his vibes and wanted to work with him on a group project, so I told him that I was into mics. It worked. He asked me to be his partner, but now I need a crash course in mics. Mitch, please tell me everything you know. I'm terrified. And then, not even this person's name. They just boom, hit send.
Well, they were terrified.
Yeah.
And in a rush. Can you blame them?
Okay, hold on one second. The auto responses to this are, how can I help? Wow, with a full stop, and thoughts? The question mark. How can I help is weirdly, I think, the funniest one.
It is.
May
So,
I?
Mitch, please tell me everything you know. And you're just like very suave, like, how can I help?
Or maybe just wow.
My area of expertise.
I think wow is fun. I'm going to click wow right now.
Wow is funny because you're like insulted that they'd be asking you, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, how dare you assume that I could tell you everything, my vast wealth
Right.
of knowledge on mics that I've accumulated over the years, that I've forced my loving partner to listen to well into the early hours of the night.
Sometimes I just gab about them. So I'm going to teach this person a few, what's the word I'm looking for? A few buzzwords. Buzzwords about microphones. Now,
A few key phrases.
you just have to, when speaking to this guy, just sprinkle in little terms like proximity effect.
Ooh.
Don't worry about what proximity effect is. It's really boring. Well, actually, let's talk about it. The proximity effect is when I'm farthest away from the microphone, it actually sounds thinner, as opposed to when I'm closer to the microphone, it sounds very boomy. It sounds boomy when I'm over here. Now, that's not always a good thing because it introduces these muddy frequencies. In the around the 200 range is when it really starts getting bummy. Boomy. Did you hear me just now? I'm on 3 hours of sleep. So you got to not do the bummy frequencies. Use terms like, what's another good one, hon? Proximity effect is a good one. Plosives is another good one. Just say words like, oh yeah, I hate when I'm speaking into a microphone, and it introduces plosives.
Which is this sound.
Hey, very good.
Yeah.
Wow, you know that.
I know
That's
a
a
lot.
plosive sound.
Like I said, I've been forced to stay up many a night listening to my
Now, without
shit.
a wind guard there or anything like that, you're going to introduce those plosives. So when you're just breathing that air into the mic's capsule, It introduces those plosives.
Yes. All right. Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, that'd be hot.
Pattern.
Ooh, like the polar pattern?
The polar pattern.
The polar pattern of a mic is great too. So just say, okay, let's give them specific phrases to use. How about I would just randomly use this in a sentence. Just say like, I love the Shure SM7B, but I feel it's a little bit overrated. And he'll just be like, oh yeah, totally.
That's pretty good. That's a nice one.
Tell them that you like the broadcast quality in a good dynamic microphone. But at the same time,
these are all just sentences that like you don't have to know what they mean.
You don't have to.
You just say them.
This person's biggest fear is that like the person will actually just kind of rub their chin and go, go on. You've intrigued me, you know? And they'll be like, oh, well, I think we should focus on the project, you fucking asshole. And then continue
turning
with the work.
on them. But no, I like the idea that all these phrases and keywords that we were giving them all begin with a P, so they're gonna end up sounding like a kind of Rumpelstiltskin type character.
Oh yeah.
Asking about the polar pattern and the plosives and what was the first thing that you said? It was also a P, I'm sure.
Was it? I totally forgot. I'm not listening to myself at all. What was the first thing I said? It was did I say the word peculiar? Might I have said the word Pennywise?
No.
Oh. What about a microphone? Man, I almost want to go back in the audio.
Oh my god,
What did I say?
I don't know.
Someone remind me on
We're
Twitter.
both too tired to remember what we said 2 minutes ago.
You have to understand, I'm not here right now.
I'm dissociating.
I'm thinking about my internet service provider. I can't believe I have to fucking say it thrice on the show. I can't stop thinking about them.
It's terrible.
What was the phrase? There was polar pattern, there was plosives, and there was proximity effect.
Proximity effect.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew it was a P. Anyway.
Yeah, they are kind of talking like a riddle.
Weave all of that into one incomprehensible sentence, then they'll be so impressed that that they'll be too scared to talk to you about it again.
Let me try it. Let me go, I don't particularly like the plosives when I'm in the proximity effect, depending on the polar pattern of the Shure SM7P.
P?
They're like, what are you saying right now? And I don't know. And then he's like, kiss me. And you're like, oh, and you both fall into your laptops. Can we, what's the timestamp? Let me just check this really quick. God, can you believe it's been 3.5 hours?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it turns out we've been chatting. Yeah, that whole spot at the beginning where we were talking about cocks was disgustingly long.
You could tell me that. I would believe it. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I've just been staring into a screen. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, when I edit this episode down, obviously, we're probably going to come in at about the 20-ish minute mark because of how much I have to edit out. But just know that before this, we were at 3.5 hours. And the things that Billy were saying were just, I don't know how else to explain it, but they were unbecoming of her.
Oh my god.
They were really nasty to me.
Well, don't repeat it.
I can't repeat it.
Don't repeat the things I said.
I can't repeat it. They were bad now that I'm thinking back. Like, they weren't just like, oh, that's pretty, like, they were bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll snip through it and we can keep the nice stuff.
I did say some things in anger, it's true.
Could we get some actual questions?
Would you like to read a real question?
Let's read a real question. Let's go full-blown fucking and read a real question.
Okay. Are you ready? Because this one's about art.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm actually kind of an art man myself. Yeah, I like art.
like being an ass man.
I'm kind of an art man. I'm kind of a tits and art man, mostly. I like art, and I like tits, and film, and feet.
Oh my god. Combining all of those things.
All in one go. It's a David Lynch style porno that I like.
I was going to say Quentin Tarantino.
Really? That's because you're racist.
What?
I'm more experimental, but you're just like, you know who I like? Racist men.
Because he has a foot thing.
He does have really? He has a foot thing?
Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah, I don't know anything about film. I don't know anything
Oh my
about
god!
film.
Yes, he has a foot thing.
Okay, he has a foot thing. No, I've accepted it, and it's fine.
I'm gonna have to. You don't. You. I thought you. Are you interested in film? Are you interested in cinema?
I'm actually quite into like Jim Carrey's stuff. Like he did a film called The Mask a long time ago, and it's fantastic, the stuff that he does in that film. It's just fantastic what he does in The Mask.
You wouldn't think that a man's face could do. You wouldn't think that a man's face, his jaw could unhinge all the way to the table, and the way that he gets his tongue to roll out several meters, like a kind of like a roll of toilet paper.
That's
or something,
classic Carrey, and you're gonna have to
Eyes
accept that.
Honking out.
Oh
like
my
a
god, we're on
wolf.
cam right now, and Billy's doing the faces, and they are just dead on.
Yeah.
Billy's talking out of her ass, Ace Ventura style right now.
Well, I've practiced for years as an impersonator.
Yeah.
So,
You've actually been doing this whole episode out of your...
I can do things that other men can only hope to do.
You've been doing this whole episode out of your ass, talking like Jim Carrey into the Rode NT USB microphone without introducing too much proximity effect into the mic, and it's just been fantastic. It's a classic film, is what it is. It's an absolute fucking classic. Dumb and Dumber, a classic film.
Shall I read this question?
I think you better.
Okay, I must. This one is called People Not Wanting to Pay for My Art. And it goes, Dear Billy and Mitch, thank you for the absolute joy that is your podcast. Wow. It makes me laugh more than almost anything, and I always look forward to tuning in. My question is about art pricing. Yuck. I offer pet portraits and other types of paintings for gifts every year for the holidays. Over the years, I've had to slowly raise my prices because I'm a perfectionist and I always go over the time I put aside for each painting. I already feel like I was pulling teeth to get people to pay me at all for them, but now that I've raised my prices, I feel like I might lose a lot of my repeat customers. How do you handle this whole thing that is
hold on,
pricing?
let me just stop you right there. There's a lot of P's in this email, I'm noticing. People not wanting to pay for my art.
My paintings, and then pulling teeth about the pricing.
I offer pet portraits. It's a type of painting. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I don't want to raise my prices for each of the paintings. I go, is this a fever dream I'm having?
What the fuck? I swear we didn't do this on
purpose. We didn't do this riddle on purpose, but please carry on.
This email's full of peas.
I needed to say it, and now I've said it, and please carry on.
How am I going to carry on after that? How do you handle this whole thing that is pricing and having confidence that you're even worth it? Thanks for taking the time to read my email. You two are truly hilarious, extremely genuine, and sweet. XO, this person's name. And I can actually give their name because actually they gave us their art Instagram, and if you want to see some dog paintings, their art Instagram is at Rosemary Hall Studio. And we had a look.
We'll spell it out for them because some people can't spell.
Some people can't spell.
Some people can't spell very as good as that you are at doing it. So say it, but each letter at a time.
Oh. I feel like that would be... Okay. The whole thing?
No, it's not. That's quite long now that I'm looking at it. So it's Rosemary, spelt exactly how you would expect.
How the herb is spelled.
Yeah, Rosemary, and then Hall, Hall, and then Studio. All one word. Rosemary Hall Studio.
Yes.
This is a cute way to do it, to be like, hey, here's my Instagram. And yes, you can share it if you choose to do this email. Oh, can we give you a shout out? Thank you. I guess we'll do it.
If you so wish. You can shout me out. But we did look.
It's super good.
It's really good.
It's really good. That's why we're just like, oh, fuck, they got us.
This person does really cool watercolor paintings of dogs.
I'm thinking
and cats.
about...
So?
I'm thinking about hiring them to do a little portrait of like Pretty Cat or someone.
I think Pretty Cat would be the perfect candidate for just like a proper like,
portrait.
I want like a portrait of him with like a bow on his neck, like a little pussy bow.
Do you think I don't know what a pussy bow is, but I have to censor that out. God, I hope I remember. Do you think we'd have to actually put him in the bow, or do you think we can contact Rosemary and say, hey, we have this cat, well, we don't have the bow. We're halfway there.
I can make a mock-up for you in Photoshop if you want.
I can Photoshop in a bow.
You can use your mind's eye.
May you paint him for cash? It'd be funny if I actually hired Rosemary and they were just like, yeah, for sure, I'll do it. And then like at the end of it, they were like, all right, that's coming out to $850.
It's £3,000.
$3,000 as the full as the price of what you did, huh? No, it's great. I love it. I can't pay now. Don't have the money. Yeah, you mentioned.
But in installment plan or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they mentioned they really have to pull teeth to get people to pay them for them.
Oh my god, they did say that.
I guess I'm getting my teeth pulled.
I guess you're paying in teeth.
Yeah, now that I'm reading this, that part was a bit of a threat.
It was.
I've been having to pull teeth and like slit little nails under people's fingernails, like little like stakes under their fingernails, shock their little nipples in order to get paid. Christ.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think it because their Instagram's so wholesome looking.
It is.
You know?
But the backstory is tremendous. Tremendously dark. Do we have advice for this person, or are we just gonna gab? Do you want to just say fuck it and be unhelpful this episode?
to make a change.
What's the advice?
Well, I don't know. I do.
Nice. She does. I can confirm. I do, and then you leave. That's how you tell me you're gonna go take a shit.
For fuck's sake. Listen, I'm tired. I can't talk.
I do, and you fucking speed walk out of the room. Yeah, she gets like this sometimes. Go on, sorry.
I was gonna say that I do commissioned shoots, being a serious artist and everything, a serious professional artist. Mm-hmm. It's not my main source of income, but I do. People can say, "Hey, come take some photos for me," and I do have an hourly rate.
Yeah.
And I have had to put it up over the years. And I think generally, I think I've only had one person that's booked me both before and after I changed my prices. And they were just kind of like, you know what? Fair enough, because you've got better.
Look at that.
Perhaps, you know. Like I explained it. I was like, oh, you know, it's been a couple of years since last time you hired me, just so you know, my prices have gone up because of this and this, you know, and they were like, that's fair, okay. But you know, that said, some people just don't have a flexible budget. That just might not be in their budget anymore, and you know, it's probably not a personal thing if that's it. You know, it's not that they're thinking like, oh, the art's not worth that much. It's just that they don't have it usually. You know, and I think, you know, that's okay, but I think generally the way to price your stuff is just to look at other people who are doing the same kind of art you are and have a similar level of skill that you do, and have, well, this one may be a bit, you know, dependent on the industry, but photographers generally say like, well, you know, if I'm more well known, then I cost more money. I don't necessarily think that that's, you have to take that into account.
Right, but people definitely do. People definitely do.
People will pay more if you're a big name. That's true.
I currently charge $300 to sneeze on a fan. Can you believe that? I can't believe I'm still getting emails about it, but yeah.
And in these days and times.
During COVID, you think it's slowed down, but it's one of those things where it's like, I'm lucky that hasn't slowed down, you know? Many people are kind of losing work. I'm still sneezing on fans for $300 a tickle.
A pop.
You know? I just have to tickle my little nose with a feather, and I chew, boom, $300 in my hand.
Well,
yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I would say, and I think it's a little bit easier with photography because a lot of photographers just have their prices up on their websites, you know, or advertise them online or whatever. So you kind of know, you're like, all right, this person does a similar kind of thing to me, about as talented as I am. they're charging this much. And you look at maybe 10 people doing that and you're like, all right, roughly, where am I in this, you know? I think it might be a bit harder to do if you're a traditional artist, because I don't know that people necessarily do that as much. I don't know. But if that's the case, I think you can just reach out to other artists and just be like, how much you charging, bro?
Yeah, what is the thing we're doing here? Like, how much are we swindling these little fuckers for?
And if you're roughly in the same ballpark as them, then I wouldn't worry about it. You know, because you shouldn't undervalue. So, you know, if you're spending fucking days and days and days on a painting and only charging like fucking $20 for it, then that's
right. That's
productive, obviously. You know, you have to charge what your time is worth. And I think that there's clients for every price point usually. You know, if you lose some that were like, oh, sorry, I can't afford it anymore, then you'll probably gain some who are like, well, I've got a bit more to spend on a more time-consuming piece.
Yeah. Hopefully, at least, you know, that's the idea. I mean, I think this is more of a question for you, because I don't, you know, I'm just like, here's my art and you can stream it. And I've been lucky enough to like make a living off of being like, I also have a t-shirt. And you know, merchandise and then streaming royalties and then things like that are all, it's a much different way to make a living. But I would like to piggyback on your idea and kind of take the credit for it. So I'm just gonna do a weird voiceover of me saying everything you said just now.
You're gonna do like this thing to the EQ where you do it sometimes when I do like a really good joke where you just like make my voice much lower,
right? And
then put like, it sounds weird, but it's
like
real
filter.
And it exists. It's like an American accent filter.
Yeah.
Well, it makes you sound like an insufferable kind of valley girl type voice. Yeah.
For the gearheads out there, I'm actually doing this reductive EQ on her somewhere around the 100 boomy range, not the 200 muddy range. And if you twist that in a very specificular. Did you hear what I almost said just now with my brain? Specificular. I'm on a different planet right now. I'm not even going to front like I'm recording a podcast. I'm not. I'm just here. I'm talking. I just wait for myself to stop talking and hopefully you start talking. That's my joke was going to be I do something to like the EQ that gives you an American accent.
Yeah.
And any gearheads out there would be like, haha, that's impossible. I guess they were going to laugh at me.
I guess
and
so.
with me.
Yeah.
I guess it was going to be good. No, I would just like to say, charge whatever you think is fair. You know, your art is valued at whatever you think that it's worth, and don't undersell yourself. You know, I have kind of a problem doing that. Even just like with my merchandise and stuff like that, I used to just sell like really good quality T-shirts for like $15 and make almost nothing. And people are just like, dude, people are selling Gildans for $25. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
This is a water-based, eco-friendly shirt on this brand, and you have a tag on the inside print, and it's a like, what are you doing? Are you making anything? I'm like, making a few bucks a shirt. They're like, that's a terrible profit margin. That's an awful profit margin, dude.
Bad
you need
business,
to do
my friend.
This shirt would sell. Any other band would sell a shirt for this quality at $30. What are you doing selling it for half the amount? So you have to like teach yourself how to really put your foot down and be like, no, my art's worth something. I might have to do it like this. I used to make like little one-off tapes I can't believe I used to just sell tapes on Tumblr. Tapes that I would just spend like 3 days on because it would just be a one-off cassette of me like performing songs and archiving my day and all that stuff. And I'd be like, $10, $5, you know, and people would be, yeah, I'll take it, and I'd sell it to that person. Jesus, why would I do stuff like that? And then like one time I sold one for like $50, and then everyone was just super up in arms about it. They were like, you've changed. You the sellout. I go, well, I worked 3 whole days on it, and I'm thirsty for more almond milk. I need some. And
I need new almond milk.
I need a new almond milk, and I need groceries for the week. And they're like,
I'm bored of just putting the almonds in my mouth with water and chewing really
them,
fast.
Yeah, it doesn't work in the way that you think it would. My mouth is magic, but it's not a blender. But it's not a bullet. That's what I meant. Fuck, let's go back. Take 2. My mouth is magic, but it's just for you.
Oh.
I'm not here right now. Let's read the second question.
Jesus
wait, no.
Christ.
Let's do a wrap up to this one. Your art's good. I like it.
Your art is good, confirmed by both of us.
I'm not doing
and the people who already pay for it.
I'm not doing a bit when I say I would love to know your prices, and I might want a painting of my cat to frame.
I just think that Pretty Cat would look funny in a painting because he's a tuxedo cat, so he already kind of looks a lot of the time like he's waiting to be painted. Mm-hmm. You know, like he's sitting pretty, just
he's
like
sitting with
who
good
will
posture.
Take my portrait.
So to snap a shot of him would be easy.
Yeah.
Painting him will be hard, obviously. You'll get lost in his eyes.
Which is why we haven't done it.
But your art's good. You should value it properly. The confidence comes with time. You just have to just do it for long enough, and then you're like, no, those are my prices. And maybe you'll have to, like, part of business is saying, like, look, if I sell my T-shirts now that I sell, if I sell them for $70 a pop, no one's going to buy them, you know?
Yeah.
They're going to be like, it's not worth it to me, and it's getting kind of weird, and so you have to see where that line is for you to be like, you know, if all of my T-shirts sold for $70 and everyone could afford that and no one had a problem with it and everyone could get what they wanted and we're all happy, of course, I'd be stoked. But, like, that's just not where the numbers are. You know, like, you have to find where you are based on how much I worked and how good this product is and how much, you know, time that you put into it. What do you value it as, and what would be worth it to you to make back on that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because your time is valuable.
It is. It is. And I would say in regards to if you're scared about losing your repeat customers, all you can do is just be like, this is why they're higher, because I'm putting much more time into them.
I've gotten more talented and hot over the summer. And I'm charging more now. Yeah.
And they'll either say, like, sorry, I can't afford it anymore, or they'll be like, you know what, yeah, fair enough. And it won't be personal if they're just like, I can't afford it anymore. That's not them being like, well, fuck you and your art. It's just, that's just the reality for a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
But you'll find more customers because your painting's very cute.
I'm like not in the right headspace to do this at all, but I'm going to try and give some business advice as well. Okay. Some business advice. I can't even say it. I'm going to try and give some business advice. For these repeat customers, if they're like good people and they're your friends and stuff like that, you can, as well as explaining to them like, hey, this is why it's going up. If they're repeat customers and you think that they'll come back again, you can do a thing where you explain to them, hey, for you, I'll do it again at the old price, but just know that the very next time it's going to be these, because that's where it is for new customers, period. That's what I'm doing now. Or if you're feeling extra nice and they're not like there's not too many of them, you can say for these old customers, it's the same price. And for the new ones, it's however much money more. Let them know that so that they feel good about coming to you. But that also might not be worth it to you if it's not valued at that for you. But sometimes I'll do stuff like that in the Flat Sound shop. Yeah. See, the trick is to just use a lot of confusing language and just make it feel like they really won something. To say, hey, if you use this discount code, only for you, buddy, only for you, use this discount code, it'll actually give you a discount. So it's the same price as like before I got famous and hot. They're like, oh, thank you for even talking to me. It's like I'm talking to a celebrity. And then you give them the code. They make their purchase, and then you kind of ghost them after that point. You say, sorry, the code didn't clear. It didn't go in through. So you charge them like the normal amount and then some, because now you're charging tax. Are you charging tax? If they're from the same state as you, is that only a California thing? I think you have to charge state tax for that, but they don't know how much state tax is. You don't know how much state tax is.
What you're advising is a scam. I think that's scamming.
Scamming.
I think it's scam and fraud. Maybe.
Like what they're doing?
No.
What I'm doing.
The thing that you're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking it up now. Mm-hmm. Let me just.
Yeah. What is it? What does it say?
It's highly illegal. What I've been doing for the past 9 months. Yeah. Holy shit. Oh my god, this is not good. All right, I'm just gonna cut all that stuff out. I hope I'm not too sleepy to forget, but yeah, I'm gonna cut all that other stuff out.
Cut out the illegal advice. Yeah. Just stick to the good advice that we gave before the illegal advice.
No, really though, you're a great artist, and it comes with time, and you need to learn to just value your own stuff appropriately. Yeah, it's hard, but that's what it is.
Yeah, if you 5 years down the line or something, you're gonna be like, if you didn't put your prices up, you'll be like, oh man, I should have put my prices up ages ago, But if you've done it now, then you'll be like, Thank God I put my prices up.
Yeah.
When the time was right.
Yeah, and then hopefully they'll just continue to go up and up until you're Kanye selling a blank T-shirt for $200. That's the dream.
That's the dream. Okay. Well, we're 40 minutes in.
I was just about to say that. Do we have time to get to this last one?
I don't know. We might not.
Or we can just go over and we give the people more content.
Mm-hmm. Do the people deserve more content?
They don't deserve any. This is a free podcast. It's all free. If you're listening right now, you haven't like given me anything. It's like that's for you to navigate. You know, that's if you can sleep at night, then I guess more power to you. You know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's whatever. Do you want to read the last question or not? Should we just say fuck it? If we say fuck it and fuck them and get out of here.
Do you? Okay, I can read the last question because it's on me, right? To read this, it's a little long. Do you maybe just like want to not risk it and just let like a dog read it instead? Because it's a little bit long, and I feel like an old, blind, kind of withered dog can probably read this better than I can.
One of the dogs that our last question was painting.
Oh yeah, just an old,
just the oldest looking one that you have, please.
Just kind of like a shadow from Homeward Bound. Style.
An old Yeller type situation.
Dog where he just fell in a hole and he's like, I can't do it. And you just hold this email up to him and be like, with your last bit of strength, can you read this better than Mitch?
He's just like, well, of course.
Well, of course I can.
Well,
I'm not
obviously.
a fucking dumbass. I'm not a sock-brained little fuck. Of course I can read that. I just traveled through a fucking forest with my friends. Let's see if I can remember. How sock-brained am I? Fancy. No, what's her fucking name? What are the Homeward Bound?
Mrs. Fancy Feast.
What are the... yes, Mr. Fancy Feast and good old Fido. Yes, I remember Homeward Bound. What are the fucking animals' name in Homeward Bound? There was Shadow. I'm so surprised I remember that one. And then there was...
I want to say Susie for some reason.
Can you look it up for me? And then I'm going to guess it really quick and we'll just go really over this episode.
I'm looking it up. Wait, are we talking the 1993 or the 1963?
1993,
they have to have the
of course.
Okay.
Though if they change their names, I don't fucking know. Why would they do that? Okay, ready? Can sock-brained Mitch guess the animals' names in Homeward Bound?
All right.
Shadow's one of them. I know that.
Yes.
And then there's...
I was really close on the cat. I'll say that.
Lady. No. Chelsea. What the fuck is her name?
Think halfway between Lady and Susie, which is what I said.
Lucy.
No. I guess
her name is
halfway.
Just like woman. Like, what the fuck is her name? I forget her name. Hold on, I'm gonna brain blast it out. Also, the dog's name is fucking Lucky or some shit. What's the other dog's name? No.
It's very close to Lucky. Oh my god,
it's Chance.
It's Chance.
Chance. Shadow, Chance, and Lady. What the fuck is your name?
Begins with an S.
Sassy.
Yes.
Was it Sassy?
It was Sassy.
Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I did that. Can we get a fucking round of applause for me guessing the animals in Homeward Bound?
Oh my god. His last 3 brain cells.
We're well over, but this person doesn't need that much advice, and it's just kind of a funny email to end on, so I think I'm just going to read it poorly, okay?
Read it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is, yeah, hold on. Let me get into this. You start going, before the fucking email starts. Okay. This one said they've included a subject, even though it's on Twitter. This is coming to us from a DM on Twitter. That's all the space pod on Twitter, spelled just like that. It's a bad handle. Billy picked it. I'm so sorry that she did that. It's all the space pod on Twitter, one word. But they include a subject because they're nice. The subject is, I supported you, bro. And it goes, hello there, my kinky pickle solving podcast hosts. I am in trouble. So what happened is a friend of mine started a podcast the other day. It's basically a talk show where he invites people to create art No, where he invites people who create art to talk about random stuff. So he asked me to be his first guest on the show, and I gladly agreed, not knowing how bad it was going to get. I don't even know where to start. Like, everything is just so bad about it, but here we go. He told me he was going to record a voice call of us to use as the audio as the podcast. Terrible idea. I agree, it's a horrible idea. A podcast that's basically a call recording. Okay, next. He didn't prepare anything, like nothing. I want to keep it natural, said the philosopher inside him. Okay, dude, okay. He asked me really weird stuff, like, how do you feel about Zayn Malik being a father? What the fuck, bro? And talked through like 2/3 of the episode himself, whereas me, the guest, just listened. He's terrible at editing. He edited the podcast so bad, making it even more unlistenable, and at last uploaded the whole thing without even showing me the final render, which we agreed upon earlier that he would show me before uploading. As expected, the podcast came out and it sounds horrible. 20 minutes of crap content. I make music, and back in the days when I was starting out, he helped me through putting stuff out and encouraged me. So now that I told him that the podcast sounds horrible and that he should take it down, and I don't really feel comfortable being on it, he just keeps saying, I supported you when you were starting out, and I do not want to delete it. Whereas I really want him to take the episode down. I hate it from the bottom of my heart, and it is giving me anxiety now. What should I do? He clearly has no intention of taking it down and now has stopped replying to my text. Should I report the episode? Am I overreacting? I don't know. I really just want him to take it down. Oh my god, this is a long one. I'm guessing Billy is reading it since Mitch... Yeah, okay, buddy, I'm the one fucking reading it. And I'm doing, by the way, I'm doing only okay. You know, I'm not doing as bad as I thought. I love you both and the art that you make. Keep going. Please keep up the podcast. A troubled 19-year-old.
This question shivers me to my very timbers.
Yeah, this is like your fear.
Yeah.
That I'll actually release one of the episodes that you're on with me. That I'll actually fucking do it.
These have all been practice goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I've told you. Well, no, I'm not going to release them. All this, this is all practice. When we get to episode 100, that'll be the first episode.
That's
then
the
we'll
first
already
one.
be good at it. Then, yeah, no, I promise. Honey, look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, your secret stay with me. Don't go to allthespaceinbetween.com. Don't do it. Okay, I'll get mad. In a scary way. So don't do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
In a scary way.
Any advice for this person who's super afraid? But actually, before you answer that, I do have a question.
Okay.
How do you feel about Zayn Malik being a father? Do you have any opinions on that?
I guess my opinion is I didn't know he was.
I guess the opinion is, why the fuck would I care, dude?
I mean, is he? Maybe they're asking like theoretically.
Oh.
I don't know.
What do you think about him being a father as a
like
concept?
sometime in the future? Yeah.
Do you think he's ready? Oh, well, that I can answer. No, he's not ready.
You think he's kind of a DILF? Kind of like a...
Yeah.
I don't know.
A DILF Zayn Malik?
What a funny fucking question to ask you. Like, you're just like, you didn't prepare anything, but the question that you did have on your little cue card was that.
Right. Yeah, sorry. I'm all nervous. I ran out of questions. Let me pull out my cue card.
My thing about podcasts is like, I'll listen to a bad sounding podcast, like audio wise. I've enjoyed quite a lot of bad sounding ones actually, but if it's recorded just like through a phone or something, the content has to be good.
It has to be very good.
It has to be quick. It has to be witty. It has to be funny. You know.
That's why this podcast is recorded like impeccably. Like it is
to make up
is
for the terrible,
the
content.
awful, unlistenable content. But damn, do people listen to it and they're just like, man, that sounds weirdly. Excuse me. That sounds incredible.
It's the volume stays the same the whole time, and I can fall right asleep to it.
Yeah. Within the first few minutes, no one's actually heard our podcast because within the first few minutes, it lulls them to sleep.
It's just like this weird frequency that we record at. It's like a hypnotism thing.
Yeah, it's like the brown noise, but what's a pun? Come on, you're good at puns. It's like the brown noise, but it's the.
Why am I good at puns?
Frown noise. No, it's not the frown noise. The frown noise is funny though. That's like a flat
frown
sound.
noise.
Like a tone.
I like that.
That's
makes
pretty
everyone
good.
frown.
Yeah. What the fuck was this? Yeah. Microphones. Just say the word proximity effect, and I think that he'll really be. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But I did have a question for you. How do you think? Do you think that Harry Styles would make a good Uber driver?
My answer is actually yes. I feel like he'd have a good playlist.
He's charming as well. Yeah.
I feel like he'd offer me gum.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Oh, he would do definitely. And then I would offer him gum back. I say, "Do you want me to snowball it back in your mouth?"
Oh my god.
And he goes, "What?" I go, "Do you want me to kiss you, Mr. Styles? Don't make me fucking repeat myself, or I'll get angry in a scary way."
Scary way.
This person is on the edge of their seat waiting for help.
Okay, here's the thing. So the actual problem is twofold. It's like, well, I was on a bad podcast, but the person who makes this podcast is like, well, I supported you when you were starting out with music.
Or just say I wasn't so shit at it.
Well, I didn't fucking suck, dude.
I didn't try and take you down with me with how shit I was at it.
But here's the thing, like, I'm assuming he didn't, like, feature on a song.
Yeah.
Or anything. Like, you didn't give him a verse, you know? Like, it's different when you're a part of it, you know? Like, because if you'd recorded a song with him in it and he was like, I hate it, dude, please fucking take it down. Then you'd probably be like, okay, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you signed some kind of legal document, generally you'd be like, okay, I'll take it down. So I feel like it's, you know, it's not just like he's started putting out a podcast, you're not on it, and you're just like, this is shit, dude, give up on your dreams.
Right, it's nothing like that, but he's treating it like that.
Yeah, it's like, it's reflecting you, you know? So I feel like you've definitely got grounds to be like, no, take it off.
Yeah, that, and also podcasts are like, they don't mean anything. They're they're sort of nothing. And if it's only if he just started out and you guys just shit this thing out via just a voice call and it's just a 20-minute episode, I'd just be like, just record another fucking podcast episode. You don't have this big following that's like, where'd that episode go?
Yeah.
It was shit anyway. So just take it like I'm so team take it down. Like just do it, because
you can redo it if you want.
Redo the podcast episode, yeah.
Just be like, here are the things that have to be better, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel like you're being unreasonable.
I think it's fair just based on the fact that you were like, look, you said that you would send it to me, the final render, and I didn't get to hear it and you threw it up. Had I have heard this final render, I'd have said, don't fucking upload it. Don't upload it. My brain is so powerful. It can do things with words that I'm morphing them. I'm meshing them like clay in my. I'm like a Michelangelo type of artist right now, morphing these words into different words like clay in my hands. I don't think it's unreasonable to say like, hey, I was supposed to hear the final render and I'm not okay with this version, and that was one of the things. I think it's just really whack of you personally. And I'd like to redo it, or I'd just like it to come down in general, or you could just like do anher episode with someone else. You know, this is like your first one. Like, it doesn't have to be like,
no, it's
you'll
no
get
big
better
loss.
at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like, I don't know. I think if, you know, I don't think being a good friend is just like seeing someone do something that they're doing just like a piss poor job at and going, that's great, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Well, I supported you. It's like, dude, this is me supporting you. This shit sucks. Like, you can do better. Do better than this. This sucks. It sounds like shit.
Let's do better. Let's do it again and do it better.
Content is shit.
Yeah. Let's
Questions
do it again.
were shit.
Be more prepared. Do it better.
Yeah, let's do a round two. They're 20-minute episodes. You and I'm on 3 hours of sleep. My brain does not work right now. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I'm tired.
Yes.
I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little sneepy, and I had a rough morning. And you and I are still shitting out a 1 hour episode of this shit.
We're accidentally going an hour. Yeah.
So a 20-minute episode. Let's just do a better one.
Do a redo,
I could sneeze out a 20-minute episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. There's no, you know, you've not got a fan base for the podcast yet that you're going to, like, let down or they're going to miss it or anything.
Oh, yeah, rub that in. That's great. Yeah. It's not like, you know, anyone's actually fucking listening. Yeah, no one listened to our first episode
either. No one listens to episode 1 of a podcast.
That's
Come
true.
on.
That is very true. Actually, that was kind of the thing I was going to say. I go, okay, let's say worst case scenario here. He doesn't take down the episode.
Yeah.
That's grounds for me to just be like, I don't really like talking to you. Because it's weird, you know. I'd just be like, what? I don't like it though. I don't think it's a good representation of me online. I don't want it to be there. But let's just say he's like, hey, go fork yourself, dude. And I'm never gonna take it down, and I'm not replying to your text. No one's gonna fucking hear it, and it's gonna get buried in the abyss of the internet.
It'll get buried in the feed.
And also, his podcast isn't gonna exist in like 6.5 episodes. Like most podcasts don't last 6.5 episodes, and that is a fact. Halfway through their 6th episode, they go, "I'm fucking done. I don't want to do a podcast." Most podcasts don't last, so you have kind of that on your side. The podcast probably won't last. It'll get, it's in the obscurity of the internet. It'll just get lost. There's not a lot of listeners to it.
Just get lost in times of the internet.
So worst case scenario is not that bad.
Yeah, it'll be all right. But for the record, I think you're in the right.
Calm the anxiety. I think you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's the one bit of good advice that we've ever given.
Yeah.
No, that's the one bit of advice that I hadn't considered. Is like, don't worry. I'm like, you know what helps with anxiety? Not worrying.
Yeah,
but
you should try not
don't
worrying
give yourself
about this.
unnecessary anxiety about this, because it will reflect worse on them than it does on you. You know, if their podcast goes anywhere, which it probably won't, but it'll probably just get, it'll probably be fine. Most things usually are.
Most things are fine at the end of the day. With that said, do you think Liam Payne responds to his DMs?
I did not expect you to know 3 of the names of the members of One Direction.
I actually looked it up like 2 seconds ago. I was like, I don't know the other one. Liam,
Sorry,
I guess.
It's just I didn't hear you typing on your MX Brown's keyboard.
I did it
on your
so
loud
silently.
keyboard.
I really did. I was like, I don't want to take it away. Do you think Niall's a good hugger? But more than anything, is he ready to handle a mortgage? This has been All Space Between Minds and Mr.
My name is Billy. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, you'd like to listen to some other episodes, you can find us in all sorts of places. We are on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, and we are also on our very own little website, which is
allthespaceinbetween.com. And if you have a question you would like us to answer on the show, whether it's pickle related or brine related, we'll go through the liquid, we'll go through the solids, we'll go through everything. We'd like to crunch into your crispy koshers a particular pattern, polar pattern that is, of the plosives that you're hearing right now is the proximity effect. And if you would like to participate in those after party partisans, we sorry, let's start over. Actually, I just noticed right now. Fuck.
we have a pickle podcast.
Oh my god, you're gonna kill me. Cox shut off my internet and I didn't hit record.
God. Oh. What does that have to do with the internet?
I guess nothing. Well, those were 2 things. Cox shut off my internet, and I forgot to open Logic and set my microphone to 7 and hit record. And we have to do the whole thing over again. Do you remember what we said to this episode?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I wrote it all down.
Yeah, I've been actually. I'm like one of those.
I've got the script right here. It's okay.
What are one of those people in a courtroom that type really fast on the special keyboards?
Someone who takes minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck is that? They're called a This is great content. If you have a question you want us to answer on the show, our email is
spaceinbetween@gmail.com.
Let's try and guess what that is. It's a stenographer. What is it?
Stenographer?
Is this a stenographer?
That's definitely something.
Okay, let's just roll the music here because I'm gonna courtroom. Typer is called.
It is a stenographer.
A stenographer. Thanks for listening. All the space in between. We'll say new episodes every Monday. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.